Welcome students of Form 3. We are talking about governments and the functions that governments can have, like you can see here. So, dicon nos tem gobierno. Why do we have a government and which kind of tasks, which kinds of functions does it have? Yeah. And each paragraph has a learning outcome, like you can see here. And the learning outcome, I will also mark some stuff. At the end of this topic, you will be able to evaluate. You got to look at the pros, you got to look at the cons, you got to look at the advantages and the disadvantages. O mestre vac na e ventaja e na e desventaja. Pa e tópico aqui. And what do you have to evaluate? The functions of government. So when we talk about learning verbs, behavior verbs, verbo de comportación, what must you be able to do? You must be able to evaluate the functions of a government, like you can see very clearly here. Let's begin with this video and with its content. A government has to manage the goals and aspirations of a country implementing policies. Policies are, you have plans, and the policies are things that a government can do to achieve, para lograr plans aqui. Yes, the policies, and those are very important policies. And regulating activities in such a way as to best serve the interests of its citizens. Yeah? Y interesan di ciudadano di un país. Yeah? In this case, Curacao, for instance. So our government has to manage the goals and aspirations of a country, implement policies. So how are you going to achieve your goals? Con bota logra bo metanan, bota un gobierno, y con bota logra e metanan di bo gobierno. And regulate them in such a way to best serve the interests of not only you, not only me, but all citizens, todo ciudadano de un país. This section considers some of the areas of government activity. So you have a government, tem un gobierno, and the government has goals and aspirations, like you can see here. In metanan, kiko un gobierno quiere, what a government wants, what the goals of a government are, and to do this, the government has to implement policies, has to do things to make those goals and aspirations a reality. But those policies have to serve the interests not only of you, no so abo, no so a mí, pero tú ciudadano de un país. Hij got to serve the interests of all the people, toerhende de un país. One of the things that you can do and you can regulate, you can turn on the buttons of taxations. What are you going to tax? Are you going to lower the taxations? Or are you going to actually make them higher? That is one of the things that you can actually do. So governments levy puntra taxes to raise revenue, profit, kanashi. The profits are spending on gastunan on the behalf, and we would say this in Papimento na nombre di. So everything that the government spends on schools, on air conditionings, on paying the teachers, on making roads, like Mr. Cooper does, the Minister Cooper of Infrastructure, among other things, and Minister Heidorn of Education and Culture and Sports and Science. He spends his money, they spend their money on behalf, na nombre di nos, na nombre di ciudadano di Curaçao, actually. They spend this money on behalf of us, na nombre di nos, of the citizens of the country, for example, on health, salubridad, or education, enseñanza. And tax is levied or raised in two ways. And raised significa aquí How do you get as a government com botar receber imposto, a belasting? Direct taxation, like you can see here. So we have direct taxation levied at source, just of stamp duty, so the mails that you send, or income tax. So for instance, over my salary, I pay taxes. And I don't have to do this myself, this happens automatically. So we call this direct taxation over mail, for instance, that you send or receive at source, such as stamp duty, the mail you send, and income tax. If you have your own company, you also pay income tax. You also have indirect taxation levied on, I actually want to go back now, but okay. So you also have indirect income tax, for instance, levied on fruit or sugar or gasoline or petroleum for your car or the snacks that you buy in the canteen. That is also indirect taxation. Then we have social services. Very important, and I'm going to show some examples. Kiko Eta social services. Social services provision is about improving the quality of life. In Kiko Eta quality of life, think papimentu, qualidad de vida. Ja? E mijo, qualidad de vida. Met mestre bisa esse aqui bom. So social services is all about improving qualidad de vida. I have to say it correctly, actually. Yeah, and in English it will be quality of life. Very important. So quality of life is: are you healthy? Are you happy? How is your well-being? How are your relationships? How is your job? All of those things make your quality of life higher or lower your quality of life for as many people as possible. So again, not only for you, not only for me, yeah. So no so di abo, no so di a mí, pero para toda en un país, as many people as possible, especially those who are least able to help themselves. Yeah. So in social services are aimed for people who get ill or have an accident. Also, those people have the right for care, hospital care, for a dental appointment at the dentist, or that the government helps with paying their medicine. Those things, especially those people, old people or very young people or sick people who are least able to help themselves. Through social services, a government provides the following. Let's look at that. So through social services, a government provides the following: welfare payments, such as grants to those in, so we've said already, it's for as many people as possible, especially those who are least able to help each other. And we're looking now at welfare payments, such as grants for those in poverty. And perhaps you know, Kiko Eta poverty ding papimentu, ding idioma papimentu, si esquita nos se llama esqui pobreza, poverty. Let's do it with a different color. Yeah, pobreza. So especially for those in poverty, we have welfare payments to be able to let them pay their rent, or let them to go to the doctor, or help them in doing weekly, monthly groceries, especially for those in pobreza. Social security, such as insurance, unemployment benefits, and thirdly, pensions. Pensions, como nos llamamos aquí ding papimentu, pensioen, yeah, like in Dutch, yeah. And pensioen is arranged, among other things, by the Banco de Seguro Social, de Sociale Verzekeringsbank, yeah, and ding papiamento, ding Curaçao, nos llama Banco de Seguro Social. Right? You might have seen this building because the building looks like this. It's close to Outra Banda, the bus station. It's close to the Starbucks. It's close to the baseball field, and they provide our social services. So they provide a very important service to us. And sanitation, also very important. Yeah, so the government also helps us with sanitation. Okay, the key points. Responsibilities of a government are to raise revenue and manage finances. This is very important, to raise revenue. So they raise Nanto colecta e impuesto and manage the finances. How are we going to spend it? Yeah. Con nostro gasto es aqui. Mita papi tocante e governo. E governo da gasto e sem, yeah, the money, and you have to spend it in such a way that it is responsible and it goes to the right things, and it's also efficient, and also to Parliament it can be explained how the government spends its money. And besides that, the government also provides for social services. Yeah, and also, for instance, for clean water and water management. This is also one of the things government provides for. Okay, so we've looked at evaluating the functions of government. We've looked at collecting taxes, raising revenue. We've talked about the finances that the government has to do very responsible. We've talked about the social services and the clean water and cleaning the water that the government has to provide for. Remember, if you're not at the School of Sky, SPU, the Sky Pre-Universitario, if you're not at that school, you can also use this video because I use the book and I use the theory of the Caribbean Examinations Council. So it can also be helpful for you if you are from Jamaica or from Saba or St. Martin. Yeah, then you can also find this video very helpful. For now, I wish you a very nice day and I hope to see you very soon again during class. And if you want to subscribe, you can do that here or there. You can ring the bell. And if you want to go to the next video, you can click on the next video over here. You see it? You can click on that next video. Goodbye to you all.